Hey everyone, in this video we are going to learn Python operators in a different way. Instead of memorizing definitions, we'll understand each operator type through a small Python project. This will help you see where operators are actually used in real programs. So let's get started. The types of operators are arithmetic operators, assignment operators, comparison operators, logical operators, membership operators, identity, and bitwise operators. First, arithmetic operators. Let's understand arithmetic operators with the help of a mini project, which is shopping bill calculator. Now, imagine you went shopping and bought two items. The first item costs 500 rupees and the second item costs 300 rupees. Here, item 1 stores 500 and item 2 stores 300. Now, let's calculate the total bill. Total is equal to item 1 plus item 2. It uses the plus operator. It adds 500 and 300, giving us 800. Next, difference is equal to item 1 minus item 2. It uses subtraction operator. It subtracts 300 from 500, giving 200. Double price equals item 1 multiplied by 2. It uses multiplication operator. It multiplies 500 by 2, giving 1000. Average is equal to total divided by 2. Uses division operator. Since the total is 800, dividing by 2 gives us 400. Finally, the print statements display all the calculated values on the screen. So arithmetic operators are used whenever we need mathematical calculations. Our second project is a wallet balance tracker in which we will use assignment operators. I'll take one variable balance. I have created a simple wallet balance tracker where balance is equal to 1000, which means our wallet currently contains 1000 rupees. Now suppose someone gives us 500 rupees. So balance plus equal to 500 is a shortcut for balance equals to balance plus 500. This is also known as augmented form or a shortcut form. So Python adds 500 to the existing balance and stores the updated value back into balance. The new balance becomes 1500. Next, we spend 200 rupees. It is a shortcut for balance equals balance minus 200. And again, we have used the augmented form. So 200 is subtracted from 1500 and the new balance becomes 1300. Assignment operators help us update variable values quickly. Now let's check whether a person is eligible to vote or not with the help of this mini project, voting eligibility checker. We are using comparison operators in this. Age is equal to 20 means the person's age is 20 years. Age greater than or equals 18 checks whether age is greater than or equal to 18. Since 20 is greater than 18, Python returns true. Age double equal to 18 checks whether age is exactly equal to 18. Since age is 20, not 18, Python returns false. Age not equal to 18 checks whether age is not equal to 18. Since 20 is different from 18, Python returns true. Comparison operators compare values and always produce either true or false. Let's understand the next type of operators, which are logical operators, with the help of a mini project login verification system. Suppose we are creating a login system. Username underscore correct is true because the user entered the correct username. Password underscore correct is also true because the password is correct. The AND operator checks whether both conditions are true. Since both values are true, the result is true and the login is successful. The next logical operator is OR. Now imagine we can stay home if it is raining or if it is a holiday. Rain is false because it's not raining. Holiday is true because today is a holiday. The OR operator checks whether at least one condition is true. Since holiday is true, the final result becomes true. The third logical operator is NOT. Logged in is currently false. The NOT operator reverses the value. So not false becomes true. Logical operators are commonly used when working with multiple conditions. Let's understand the next type of operators, which are membership operators, with the help of a mini project called course search system. Suppose a website offers different programming courses and a list contains Python, Java, and C++. Python in courses checks whether Python exists in the list. Since Python value is there in the list, so it will return true. Java is also there in the list. We have used in membership operator in these two print statements. The other membership operator is not in. Since HTML is not present, Python returns true. HTML not in courses checks whether HTML is absent from the list. It has returned true. Membership operators help us search for values inside collections like lists, tuples, and strings. The next type of operators are identity operators. Let's understand these operators with the help of mini project object reference checker. We have taken a list A. Identity operators check whether two variables refer to the same object in memory. A stores a list containing 1, 2, and 3. B is equal to A does not create a new list. Instead, B points to the same list that A is pointing to. A is B checks whether both variables refer to exactly the same object. Since they do, Python returns true. Identity operators are useful when working with objects and memory references. The last type of operators are bitwise operators. Bitwise operators work on binary numbers. A contains 5 and B contains 3. The ampersand operators perform a bitwise AND operation. The vertical bar operator performs a bitwise OR operation. These operators are commonly used in networking permissions, operating systems, and advanced programming. As a beginner, it is enough to know that bitwise operators work directly on binary digits. So today we learned all major Python operators through small projects. Try running these programs yourself and change the values to see different outputs. Practice is the fastest way to master Python operators. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Python tutorials.